Mom. 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 Mom.
Ahí voy, mijo. You ready for breakfast?
I want that.
What's wrong? It's your favorite, mijo.
I don't want that.
No, you need to eat, sweetie.
I said I don't want this. I want chicken nuggets.
Autism is a developmental disorder that prohibits someone from communicating and interacting with others. In this scene, you'll see how a child with autism will have repetitive behaviors by continuously calling his mother and can be triggered by not having a specific food.
Okay, so autism. What do we know about autism? First of all, autism, there's not really much of a cause to autism, but scientists believe that it has to do with the genes. Also, it is detected as early as 18 months and can be treated from the ages of 2 to 4. One thing about autism is that they have a hard time socializing. They have a hard time sympathizing with people when it comes to having a conversation with them. They don't like being left. They like being left alone. They have a hard time understanding body language. For example, if I'm having a conversation with you and you're telling me that you don't want to talk to me anymore, I can't. And I have autism, I can't understand your body language as to you wanting to end the conversation or not. They have a bunch of habits when it comes to getting angry. For example, they walk back and forth, they heavily breathe, they bang their heads against the walls, and they also do nail biting according to the research that scientists have done. So, yeah.
There are several controversies about autism, one being the cause of it. Some people would like to blame the mother and the lack of affection she might have shown the child while they were growing up. Scientists would like to blame the recessive genes in the child's genetics rather than the actual environment they grew up in. And there's several factors people like to blame. People like to blame the mercury in vaccines, gluten, cell phone radiation, certain types of sugars, GMOs, and childhood illnesses, and some even like to blame traumatic births. There's another controversy over the cure of autism. So people say that their child has been cured of it, when in reality it might have just simply been a misdiagnosis. There's also the question, is it necessary to find a cure? Parents want a cure because they want to help their children out. They want to help them be more productive in society. But actual adults, kids, those who have autism, would rather there not be a cure because this is who they are and it's a part of their being.
What causes autism? Autism is a lifelong problem with a number of possible causes, but not limited to genetic problems and syndromes, severe infections that affect the brain like meningitis or celiac disease, exposure to toxins or illness during pregnancies like rubella or chemical. 1 in 42 boys are affected with autism. Autism costs a family $60,000 a year on average. Boys are nearly 5 times more likely to get it than girls. There's no medical detection or cure for autism.
People with autism engage in a regular life basis, commuting to work, engaging with other people, whether it's at school, in a workplace, etc. It's not easy for them. They get really distracted real easy. They have a challenging, especially for children. They're a child, as they're unfolding to what they're gonna become. There's treatments, both therapeutic and medical-wise. What's an issue for them at the senses are out of sync. They're not balanced. They can't filter out what's right and what's wrong, and they take everything literally. So if you say it's as easy as a piece of it was a piece of cake, they're gonna expect a piece of cake. They're very visual oriented, and the type of therapies, it's a speech and language and occupational therapy. Music and art is a way to engage with these. therapies as well as animal therapy, engaging with a dog, a horse. There's no known cure for autism, and every autism case is different. Whatever may work for one may not work for the other.
So they have a very they also they do also they also
The child had grown up in. Over the treatment. All right.
Well, developmental man. Autism costs about $60,000 a year. Oh no! Nearly 5 boys.
There's vaccines called mercury, right? That's what you said.
No, that was my little list.
Autism is a lifelong
Rip.
problem with a number of possible
What are you gonna
causes,
record?
including
For son?